Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Nick, or The Notorious Fantasy, and I got some breaking news to bring you guys for the Fantasy Football 2020 season. Now, Pro Bowl running back Dalvin Cook no longer will be participating in any team-related activities until and unless he receives a reasonable deal, a source said Monday. He's out, a source told ESPN. Without a reasonable extension, he will not be showing up for camp or beyond. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I made a video a few days ago talking about how, Dalvin Cook's going to play. He'll be fine. He saw what happened to Melvin Gordon. He saw that Melvin Gordon got raw dogged out of his deal because he actually played not too good last year when in reality he should have signed that contract. Maybe Dalvin Cook will consider signing this deal or getting a new deal next year when he should get it because, look, the guy's injury prone. Don't try to fucking get too much money out of these guys when you end up playing only like 10 games a season. Dalvin Cook, he's not going to do this. I was completely wrong. Pro Bowl running back Dalvin Cook no longer going to participate in those things. So what is my thoughts about this NFL-wise and fantasy football-wise? We'll start off with fantasy football since my channel is based off of fantasy football. For fantasy football, Dalvin Cook just took his cock and shoved it straight up your ass. We are pretty fucked right now, if I'm being honest with you. Dalvin Cook not doing any of this really does worry me because what I know about teams like in the NFL is that they just don't budge. They will just let Dalvin Cook sit out for as long as he wants because they don't care. They see what they have in the running back behind him in Alexander Mattison. They know that Mike Boone is fine as well. They were able to run perfectly fine without using Dalvin Cook last season. Now, what they're going to notice is going to happen is probably that Alexander Mattison and Mike Boone's going to run pretty good for the first 4 games, and then just like what would happen with Melvin Gordon with Austin Eckler is going to happen in Minnesota. They're going to say, fuck it, we're going to have to pay Dalvin Cook less money. Dalvin Cook's going to sign the deal on a less money deal because that's just what's going to happen because he wants to have a job in the NFL, and they will realize that a team that really likes to run the ball is a perfect spot for Dalvin Cook. So I think Dalvin Cook really screwed the pooch here on trying to sit out and try to be one of those guys that goes, oh, fuck it, like Ezekiel Elliott, I'm going to Cabo. No, this is not a good idea for Dalvin Cook. I'm very worried about Dalvin Cook because I don't think that in a lot of the situations in the NFL, these guys are not going to sign the deal that they want to have, and they'll just hold out, and it's going to be bad news bears for fantasy. I'm very scared of Dalvin Cook now. We will see how his ADP moves in the next couple of weeks based upon this news. I honestly think his ADP could fall a decent amount come draft season if this is not resolved by August. I mean, how can you draft a guy who's going to be potentially holding out? It was like what happened with Melvin Gordon last year. Where do you draft him? He fell 4 or 5 rounds. Typically, he was a first-round pick in fantasy football last season. Then his ass fell down to round 4, round 5, even later in some leagues because most guys like myself just don't want to take a guy. They don't want to worry about this. So you're baking in multiple things now with Dalvin Cook. You're baking in, oh, maybe he won't play this season. You're baking that in. You're saying, oh my God, he's an injury risk. That scares you as well. For real football, I think the Minnesota Vikings will be fine. I think they will eventually figure out a deal, whether that's from Dalvin Cook forcing himself to take the deal because the other backs look so good or because he will eventually sign it. I hope Dalvin Cook finds a deal that is worth it for him. We've seen these teams really overpay these running backs in the last couple of years, and it really come to bite them back in the ass. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. I will keep you guys posted, though, if Dalvin Cook ends up signing anything. Let me know what you guys think about Dalvin Cook holding out down below in the comments and how you feel it's going to affect your fantasy football 2020 perspective of Dalvin Cook. I love each and every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it down below in the comments. Have a great rest of your guys' day. Good boy.